I've been helping people transform their physiques for 10 years now, and every time I talk to somebody about their nutrition, 90% of the time they're like, I'm eating clean, I'm eating healthy, I don't eat that bad. I have my moments, but mostly it's clean. And they're not lying. For the most part, they're eating really clean, but there are healthy foods that exist out there that are definitely not conducive to fat loss, weight loss, transforming your body. And it's important to understand this so you don't find yourself frustrated. So today we're gonna go over some of these healthy foods that could be adding 200, 500, even 1,000 calories without even realizing it. These are foods that, again, are marketed to you as healthy, but they are killing your fat loss. If you're new here, my name is Jacob Beneventi. I'm here with my wife,
Taylor Beneventi.
That is her name. And today we're gonna go through a few of these food items to break them down. For the last 10 years, I've dedicated my life to helping business owners and executives transform their physiques so that they look better, feel better, and lead better. And if you wanna learn more about how to become the best, strongest, most aesthetic even, version of yourself, follow for more content.
So what is the first healthy food that may be preventing someone from seeing progress?
The first healthy food is one that's near and dear to my heart, actually, the acai bowl, and we'll put a little slash next to it, and granola. So acai bowl, acai is a berry. Mm-hmm. It's a type of berry. It's a wonderful berry.
It's
There's
delicious.
so good. Tons of health benefits. But your average acai bowl, if you go get one at a smoothie shop or I used to always get one at OB Smoothies down in San Diego. That acai bowl had anywhere from 700 if you went light to like 1,200 calories in this health snack. It's not even a meal.
Yeah, it's usually somebody's snack from the day. It's not typically their main meal.
I used to get the acai bowl and a sub when I would go there to OB
burrito.
Smoothies and a breakfast burrito. And I would have been better off having 2 scoops of ice cream when it comes to a calorie perspective. If I'm trying to lose fat, having this acai bowl with granola and peanut butter and 300 grams of fruit, all like relatively healthy stuff, but when you put it all together, you have this calorie bomb. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel like you're doing the right thing, but that's more than half of the day's calories for most people. So
I wouldn't say it's the acai in general, it's the toppings that go on it. I remember the peanut butter that they put on the ones from OB Smoothies.
Yeah.
It was multiple servings of peanut butter.
Oh, they would glob it in there.
Yeah,
someone watching this is gonna know about the OB Smoothies.
Yeah.
If you add the peanut butter, they would put a glob like that big.
Fantastic.
It's like 3-4 servings of peanut butter in it. And you mix that with the granola. Oh, it's so good. But if you're eating half of your day's calories in a snack, that's not healthy.
And I would say granola in general is calorically dense. I mean, half a cup is usually around 300 calories. And if you're eating it on its own, you're not just eating half a cup. You're eating a cup to a cup and a half. Some people put milk on it or put it with yogurt. And the fats add up as well in granola. 12 grams of fat in half a cup. So you add that up, you're looking at half your fat for the day, just in the granola you're eating.
Quick. Okay, the next health food, I'm gonna swing this to you. So the next food that seems very healthy and in some ways is healthy, but is probably preventing you from seeing progress if you're not tracking it properly, is avocado. I'm gonna swing it to the avocado toast connoisseur, babe.
That's true.
Talk to us about avocado because people love avocado, people love avocado toast. Avocado is, by all stretch of the imagination, a healthy food.
Great for you.
But one that people are often overeating.
Yeah, I was shocked the first time I weighed out the avocado I was putting on my sourdough because it's dense and it's good for you. And I believe that it's important to get healthy fats in. And I eat avocado every day. But if it's a normal size, medium or medium size avocado, I'm eating about a quarter of one every day because it's pure fat.
Like a normal sized avocado, it's anywhere from 350 to 400 calories just in the avocado.
A lot of people eat the whole one too.
Yeah, mash it up, put it with
guac.
Yeah, and it's absolutely healthy. But if you're on a fat loss journey, you want to make sure you're weighing out your avocado because things that are really dense in fat, they add up in calories really quickly. And avocado, it's a fruit technically, but it's a fruit that's incredibly high in fat.
So instead of saying, no, I'm not gonna have avocado at all, continue to incorporate it, just weigh it out, and maybe instead of eating a full or a half of an avocado go down to a quarter. Make the layer on your toast just a little bit thinner. Does the job.
One other thing you can do with avocado, and something we'll do with, let's say, tacos, for example, is mash 50 to 100 grams of avocado and mix it with some non-fat Greek yogurt, and then do some lime, some salt,
Crema.
some pepper, and you have this avocado crema that goes really lovely on toast, on eggs, on tacos, on a bowl. Really good. Okay, moving along to something similar to the granola, like in the same camp. And I don't know if it's 90s babies or like what our parents were taught, but this food, which is trail mix and nuts, is one of the greatest culprits of over-consuming calories of any food out there. Because again, very healthy, but trail mix, for example, trail mix was literally designed for people who are going on 20-mile hikes to be able to have the highest and most nutrient-dense food that they could pack in their backpack for the least amount of weight. In a full cup, which is legitimately like 2 big handfuls.
Yeah. Easy to eat.
Easy to eat, it's 700, 800 calories. And it's like half of your fat for the day. But the whole idea, again, trail mix, is it a health food? Yeah, but it's made so that people can take a high and calorically dense meal with them for a small amount of space, which if you're trying to lose body fat, is probably not what you want to eat. You don't want to eat calorically dense, low volume foods. You want to eat lower calorie, higher volume foods, and trail mix is not that.
You'll never feel full after eating 1 serving of trail mix.
Yeah.
And that's really the calories of a meal. So
I used to get the trail mix bag from Costco when I was in college, again, health food. And I would just dive in there and try to get as many M&Ms as I could in a handful.
I didn't even like nuts.
So good. Okay, once again, guys, like none of these foods are off limits. It's just once you raise your awareness of what to eat and what's potentially looking like it's healthy, but preventing you from losing body fat, like when you look at the math, it is a game changer. So these foods are foods I would encourage you, if you still want to incorporate them into your diet, measure them out. Moving on to another very popular health food that's probably preventing you from losing body fat, smoothies.
The Air One Hot Girl smoothies.
Air
the
One
Haley
Hot.
Bieber strawberry cream collagen masterpiece. That is delicious because I have gotten it.
Yeah.
But you will be shocked when you go to track one of those smoothies, the amount of calories that is in just one.
Yeah.
And because they're putting a lot of ingredients in one thing that's so easy to drink. I mean, it's like a drink. So you don't usually see it as a meal either.
Yeah.
I think a typical Air One smoothie is anywhere from 600 to 900 calories, which is that's half my calories for the day, and something I'm not going to feel full after. And because you add in the banana and then some strawberries, and then you throw in some peanut butter in there, you throw in some protein. A lot of times they use oat milk, which is very high in calorie. You easily are at 600 to 900 calories.
Yeah, so your hot girl smoothie is really a mass gainer shake. And if you're having that every day, then it's no wonder why maybe you're struggling to lose body fat. Again, this is all for people who are interested in changing their body composition, because the key in changing your body composition is raising awareness.
Yeah.
If you're more aware, you can make better decisions.
Yeah.
And so, like we have a place out here in Scottsdale, if anyone's local to the Valley, you know about One Stop Nutrition. And One Stop Nutrition makes protein shakes with a scoop of protein. Sometimes they use half and half as the base. They'll
Skippy
put globs of peanut butter, Skippy, and the fruit that they're putting in these protein shakes, it's fruit concentrate.
Yeah.
It's literally frozen fruit in a bag with syrup in it. So some of these shakes, I've done the math on them, are 600, 800, 1,000 calories. Once again, a mass gainer shake, not something that's going to help you hit your protein and keep your calories low.
Yeah, we don't not eat smoothies. One of the ones we've been doing a lot is egg whites. Hear us out, because it sounds foul.
They're like, I'm out.
Sounds foul.
Just
And
shut the
I thought it
video
was
off.
foul when he first made it as well. But it surprised me. It's egg whites, frozen mango, frozen pineapple, some electrolytes. And that was it.
Yeah.
And
really
it
good.
tasted fantastic. You hit your protein, or just doing protein powder an almond milk or a low-fat milk with some PB2, some ice, you're still able to do a smoothie. It's just being more aware of how fast the ingredients add up.
It tastes just as good. It's just, banana, protein powder, almond milk is going to be 300 calories, maybe.
Yeah.
And then you have one of these mystery smoothies or protein shakes.
I swear it's
you might be
peanut
touching
butter.
1,000 calories.
Yeah, next one.
Moving along. Oh yeah.
Some crunchies might come for us.
The next food that seems very healthy and that is very popular right now, but it's probably preventing you from seeing progress, is oil in the pan. Specifically olive oil, because people are like, olive oil is healthy. We need olive oil. And they're right, you do. But 1 tablespoon of olive oil, which is the smallest little dash in your pan, is 120 calories. Many people are dousing their pan and they're putting 300 to 400 calories in every single meal that they're not accounting for.
Yeah.
They're accounting for the meal that they eat, but not what that meal was cooked in.
Yeah.
1, because it's difficult to, and 2, because it doesn't add any volume to the meal. So it adds a tremendous amount of fat, tremendous amount of calories, and those calories compound over time. So if you have 3 meals that you prepared that day, and each of those
you're
meals,
eating at home and you're eating clean.
And each of those meals were clean and healthy, but all of them had 200 calories of oil in the pan, which oftentimes is not going to be accounted for, or people just assume it gets burnt away. That's 600 calories every single day that are unaccounted for, that add no food volume to your plate, but add a tremendous amount of calories. And that's enough to not only prevent you from losing body fat, but to have you gaining weight if your goal is to lose weight.
Yeah, this is probably the biggest one that we talk to clients about is the oils, the butters, because they're invisible. And half the time, these fancy pans say you have to use so much oil just for the pans to work properly. And
the Cuisinart or Caraway or whatever.
I think it's Caraway. They don't even want to talk about those pans.
Yeah. Screw
I know if people use those, they just don't. They're on their counter and they look pretty. They don't actually get used, and it's people who use a lot of oil when they cook.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of these fancy ones, even Hexclad, you're supposed to use a good amount of oil in those pans. So if you want to use oil, you want to continue to use those pans, weighing it out is going to be really important.
Yeah. Get a cheaper pan that doesn't require oil and
just replace it every year like we do.
Use the cooking spray if perhaps you're somebody on the other side of the camera who wants to lose body fat. Consider cooking spray as opposed to dousing the pan in olive oil, because that stuff adds up. It doesn't just go nowhere.
And they make healthy cooking sprays.
They do.
Okay, the last one, which this one may shock some people.
Yeah, definitely.
But some protein bars. Not all.
There's some, like the last food we'll mention in this video that is seemingly healthy, but a lot of times is not healthy, are protein bars. A lot of protein bars are glorified candy bars. Like a lot of them have more fat and calories than, a Snickers would, for example. And if somebody wants something sweet, a sweet treat, they might go for a protein bar because they're like, oh, this is healthier. When in reality, if you're really, if you're in a fat loss journey and you want to get the most out of every calorie, and you also want to enjoy some of the things you really like from time to time, you might be better off doing an ice cream sandwich, a Snickers, a Butterfinger, than doing some of these protein bars out there. The other day we were at this bougie coffee shop and I was like, ooh, I want to get one of these perfect bars. And it's marketed as a protein bar. And these, I think it had 350 calories and it had over 20 grams of fat. It's like, that's not a protein bar. That's like a meal replacement bar. And it might be a little bit healthier, but is it gonna help me stay full, stay fueled, and hit my macros that day so I can lose body fat and build muscle? Probably not. So in most cases, you just wanna be nutritionally educated. Look at the back of that bar. What's the protein to carb to fat ratio? Where are most of the calories coming from? Are they coming from protein, or are most of the calories coming from carbs and fat? If that is the case, you might be better off just having a chocolate bar. Yeah, especially the Cliff Builder bars, Cliff bars in general also pack a good amount of calories in. And protein is usually not the highest.
in terms of grams on the bar.
Yes.
So what are some of the ones that you really like in terms of macro-friendly bars?
Macro-friendly bars, I like the One bars are really good. The One bars, the Robert Irvine Fit Crunch bars, they're higher in fat, but they're only about 200 to 220 calories. The Power Crunch bars, I haven't had those in years, but those are pretty good.
A little bit higher in fat.
They're higher in fat, like not
But
the
they're
best
delicious.
macros, but they do taste really good. Oh yes, the Barbell.
Yeah.
Barbell or Barbell, I don't know
Yeah.
how you pronounce
It's
it.
Barbell.
Those protein bars are really good. Normally
Macros are
200
great.
calories for 20 grams of protein. So if you can get like on protein bars, a good rule of thumb is if the calories are 10 times the grams of protein. So if you have 18 grams of protein and the calories 180,
That's
or
good.
the calories are 180, that's good. 20 grams of protein, roughly 200 calories in the bar. That would be a good protein bar where it's probably balanced out nicely with the macros. And to be honest, guys, nobody who's really fit and who's consistently hitting their protein and building muscle and losing body fat is relying upon protein bars to get their protein in. They're relying upon whole foods with clean ingredients for the most part, and they'll get a protein bar maybe when they're traveling, for example.
Prioritizing the whole foods daily and doing everything you can to get majority of your nutrition from whole foods, and using the protein as a supplement when you need it, when you're on the go, when you're like, oh, I need an extra 20 grams of protein before bed and I don't want to eat a big meal, throwing that in there instead of seeing that as your main source throughout the day. It's helpful. You'll feel more full because the volume's there.
Yeah. If you really want to lose fat, aim to just get your meals down too. Like have a couple of meals that are your go-to throughout the day, standardize your day, and really minimize the snacking, truly. But look, guys, none of these foods are bad. That's key. Like none of these foods are bad. You shouldn't avoid any of these foods despite what somebody out there might tell you. Our goal right here was to help you raise your awareness, because many people, especially the people we work with, they don't learn this stuff until we begin to work together.
Yeah.
Most people don't learn this until they start tracking their nutrition. My mom, for example, she just turned 60. She's in the best shape she's been in 30 years. And she's like, Jacob, I've ate healthy your entire life. I'm like, no, I know, Mom, you're so disciplined. She's like, I just never realized that handful of almonds at the end of the night was costing me. It's 200-300 calories I wasn't accounting for. And that adds up over time, because it's not about what you do once. It's about your recurring habits that dictate where your body's gonna be over time. And here's the freeing thing, because none of this stuff is off limits, it means that if you wanna get into your dream body, you don't need a fancy diet. You just need to become more aware of where your calories are at, hitting your macros, and then you can have a much more balanced life. I think when you learn that there's foods out there that seem healthy and you think you should eat that aren't actually helping you with your goals, it creates more space for you to have things you actually enjoy. Like popcorn, like treats, like maybe a burger instead of the salad that's 1,200 calories at the restaurant. Maybe you get the 900 calorie burger.
Because you had no idea that they were the same macros. If not, the salad was worse than the burger.
Totally. That's an honorable mention, by the way. Most restaurant salads are incredibly high in calories. They're about 1,200 calories sometimes for a salad, because they're putting
Typically because the oil.
Because they're putting 3, 4,
5, 6.
5, 6. Yeah, they're putting a lot of dressing in.
That's why it tastes good.
Anyways, guys, we love this stuff. We're in the business of helping fat loss and body transformation become a more simple process, a less complex process, because the people we work with, they're business owners. They travel 60, 70, 80% of the year, and they need to make sure that their route to getting a result is conducive to their life. And if you want to learn more about the system that we install into our clients' lives to help fat loss become easy and systematic, just like running your business, now you have a system that you can install into your fitness. That's what we do with our clients. Watch a video somewhere on the screen. It breaks it all down. And in this video, I talk about how we approach nutrition as well. It should be simple. It should lead to results. And if it does, it's probably worth doing. Have a beautiful day. Anything to say, babe?
That's a wrap.
That's a wrap. Later.